Hi everybody, this is my weight loss results video for a week on the WWuk Green Plan. I've got amazing results this week. I have no idea what's going on, but I'm going to take it. If someone had told me last week that I'd lost as much as I had when I stood on the scales this morning, I would have laughed at you, because I have no idea what's going on with those scales. Very rarely do I even touch losing this much. I think I've done it once before, so I'm absolutely amazed. I have been on my journey for 6 years this month it will be, and I've been at goal for 3 years this month as well. Got to goal the month I started. Couldn't have done it if I'd tried. Don't know how the hell I managed to do it, but I did. I've lost over £250 altogether. I have had a week on the green plan. Like I said, I've used all of my dailies, I've used all of my weeklies. Had a lovely Nando's the other day. It was 29 points, I think. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I had a pitta, double chicken pitta. I had half a garlic bread, and I had a starter. I had some wedges, some sweet potato wedges. It was absolutely lovely, really, really nice. I have also had a chocolate bar, I think. I've had some bits and pieces. I had some little cookies. They were quite nice. Got those from Farm Foods, and I'm loving the mini cheddars, the Ploughman's mini cheddars that I got from Farm Foods as well. Absolutely lovely. Anyway, I am waffling. You've come for my results. Weighed in last week at 13 stone 12.4. Now bear in mind I did have a huge gain last week. I gained 8.6 pounds. I had the Sunday and the Monday off plan because it was my birthday on the Sunday, so I had to have the Monday off as well. Got back on plan on the Tuesday, had a bit of a blip with this chocolate spread on the Wednesday. I've mentioned it in my last video, I won't go on about it again. It was public service announcement: do not buy that chocolate spread, it's absolutely lethal. I then weighed in on Thursday. So my weighing day's last Thursday, and I gained 8.6 pounds. It's totally understandable. I gained a lot of weight very quickly. Most of it was water. I expected to make a dent in that. Maybe £5, maybe 7 at a push. Oh no. Weighed in last week at 13 stone 12.4. Weighed in this morning at 13 stone 1.6. I've lost 10.8 pounds in a week. I have no idea how, why. I've just followed the plan and it's worked. That's all I can say. I don't know whether having the days off plans has helped with the weight loss, because I was a little bit up and down before then, sticking to plan, but it just wasn't. I think it was a bit of a plateau. I have no idea what's going on anymore. These scales will do what they will do. But it does go to show you, I know a lot of people have said they have big gains as well. I could have totally lost the plot when I stood on the scales, and at one point I think I weighed in at 14 stone. I think that was on the Tuesday morning when I weighed in after the 2 days off plan. So it is a shock when you do that, and it can knock you off course, but it goes to show you, if you get straight back on it, never feel guilty for a day off. Never ever feel guilty for a day off. These things are going to happen. The chocolate spread incident happened. I ended up having fish and chips that night. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm not going to feel guilty for eating, because that just leads to me eating again. There's no point. Just get back on plan. And like I said, I really didn't expect to lose that much this week. I expected to make a little bit of a dent in it, but not that much. I'll probably all go back on next week. I have no idea what goes on half the time. But yeah, my weight loss journey for me, a lot of people will ask about what keeps me motivated. It's not motivation. After a while, motivation is no longer, it helps, but for me, it's my routine and habits. It's consistency, it's my routine and habits. It's the things that I do every day to make sure I'm on track. So I will get up in the morning and I'll do yoga. Didn't exercise while I was losing at all, but now my routine is I'll get up and do yoga. It's not very aerobic, I'll readily admit, but it just gives me a little bit of exercise, gives me a bit of stretching. I'm a lot more flexible than I was, but I find it quite relaxing, really enjoy it. So I do my morning yoga, so that's my exercise for the day. Then I'll make sure I drink my 2 litres of water or squash, whatever, I will. And then I just stick to my points. However many points I've decided that I'm going to use that day. So if it is Thursdays are my weighing days, and I tend to stick to 30 points. Try to anyway. because what I found is if I occasionally, not all the time, but if I sort of get it in my head that I've weighed in and I've done really well and I deserve a treat. I blooming well deserve a treat because look, I've lost weight. Don't know where that comes from, but it tends to be on weighing day. So what I've tended to do is just go, right, I'm going to stick to my 30 points on weighing day because I don't deserve a treat for losing weight, because then I'm just going to put weight on. It makes no sense. There is no moral reason to that at all. But I try and stick to my 30 points. If I don't, I don't. It's no big deal. But I like to keep that in my head. I'll stick to my 30-ish points on a Thursday just because. If I go over, it's no big deal. But it's not the fact that I've deserved a treat for losing weight, because let's face it, that was what I used to do. I used to have the day off on weighing day, and I used to have a takeaway, or I used to have fish and chips, and I used to have some chocolate, and it didn't teach me anything. It didn't teach me routine and habit. It didn't teach me anything. So that's why on my journey this time, I don't have a day off on weighing day. I don't have a treat on weighing day, because I'm waiting for weighing day. Then I can have a treat any day I want as long as I point it. But in my head, it's really strange the way that I think. I'll have a treat weighing day, but then I'll still want to use all my weekly points. Doesn't work like that. There's still calories and they still count. So that's why I personally choose not to do that. I'll try and stick to my 30 and then use my points over the weekend. Or this week I've used them throughout. I was tempted to have a Wagamama in the week, so I did save quite a few points this week just in case I wanted one. And then I just decided I didn't want one. So I had pasta and chicken and mayonnaise instead. I spent a lot of points on that the other day. So yeah, I tried to stick to my 30 points on the Thursday because I don't deserve a treat for losing weight. That's not what it's about. And I think if I had a day off on weighing day, I'd have a day off even if I didn't really want one, because sometimes I don't want a day off plan. I want a day on plan, but because I feel that it's weighing day and it's my treat day, I'd end up having a day off when I don't really want one, if that makes any sense. A bit odd like that. Sometimes I want to have treats and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just fancy some fruit and veg, and I never thought I'd say that. Ever never thought I'd say that, but sometimes I do. So anyway, had a really good loss, and I'm really happy about that. I'll have a week on plan and I'll see how I get on next week. I will try and sort out the Zoom meeting, but I'm really not sure what I'm doing. I'll be perfectly honest, I am not technical at all, and I have no idea what I'm doing. I need to go and have a proper look at it. I've just been really busy this week, so I need to go and have a proper look at it. If people are interested, whack something in the comments, and I'll schedule in a Saturday live just for a quickie if people are interested. But just whack it in the comments and I'll see what I can do. I'll try and do one around 5 o'clock Greenwich Mean Time if people are interested. So anyway, please take care of yourself. Hope everyone's safe and well. See you later. Goodbye.